almost hit the mic on that one.
We're back.
Another week. We made it.
We made it another week. Welcome back, folks, to the Speakeasy Podcast. I'm Host Sypher with my man JB here. And welcome back, guys. Thanks for watching. And we've had a lot of great reviews about the podcast so far.
Cool.
So,
super cool.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys out there for staying tuned and watching when we do the new drops and everything. So, real quick, I just wanted to shout out our sponsors. We got Matt Madrid Law Firm. So if you need anything criminal or civil or anything like that, he can take care of you. And he's right downtown. Yeah, so he's really good at what he does. We have Infant Meals. Shout out to them. If you need your food on the go or something really healthy option, they have really, really good food.
Loving their food.
Kill it. Their chef down there is wonderful, and they do a great job. And Oregon Mountain Organics. Shout out to our sponsor, Oregon Mountain Organics. They will be open April 1st here in Las Cruces for all your recreational needs, and go see them at 1300 El Paseo. So what else do we got?
What episode is this? Because I was going to give it the wrong number and I was like, I actually don't even know. Is it 9?
8. Episode 8. Welcome back.
I still got it. Yes, 9. 8. No,
yeah, we always fuck that up.
Episode 8, dude. It's crazy.
So what are we smoking on today, man? What do you got?
I took a GG4.
Yeah, I like that strain.
That GG4 was good.
Yeah.
It's popular. Everybody knows Gorilla Glue number 4. I love it. They say it's a hybrid because they won a bunch of hybrid cups. Yeah. But to me, it's way more indica dominant. Yeah, it feels like this is how it reacts with me.
Same.
So that was good. I found a cool fact about GG4.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Why they call it Gorilla Glue number 4.
Okay.
Because when they made it, it's a cross between Chocolate Diesel and Kim's sister. And this guy, Josie Wells, made it.
Josie Wells.
Shout out to Josie Wells.
Josie Wells.
And it was so sticky, they would say it was like the adhesive Gorilla Glue. Dang. So they called it Gorilla Glue. And they're still the only strain that actually got a cease and desist letter from a company, Gorilla Glue.
The glue company, right?
Yeah, the glue company actually sent them a notice over their Gorilla Glue strain. That's how popular it is in the United States.
That's really, really cool.
So that's what I went with today. I loved it. Earthy. GG4 makes me cough for some reason, that strain, but it's a good cough and it works great. I feel fantastic.
Yeah, I love GG4.
I'm doing great.
One of my top strains. I got Obama Runs today.
Purple.
And really purple. I'm not a sativa guy. We talked about this. But when I was looking into it more, it's a hybrid. Really, really sativa heavy. So a lot of those, we'll talk about some of the negatives. The negatives of it is you do get that headache. You get that like dry mouth and all that good stuff that comes with the sativa, like that anxiousness.
Right.
But I like it if I'm about to get something done and I need to calm down a little bit, still take my medicine, but it doesn't couch lock me and I'm still able to go through my big ideas out there. So it is a hybrid. One crazy thing that I did read on this, so it's a mysterious strain. It was popularized by the street culture back in like 2020, I believe.
So it's not even a real strain then?
No, so it doesn't even come from Runts or Obama Kush. It's its own lineage.
That's nuts.
Yeah, and
that's nuts.
Yeah, it's super crazy. It does help with anxiety and depression and stress. People have said you kind of get the euphoric talk a lot, giggly feeling behind it. You get those diesel and flower aromas. A lot of people say like tea, like a tea bag, almost, if you would.
It's kind of a more earthy looking strain too. That purple.
Yeah, that purple. It's a really, really dark color to it. When I first saw the nugs, I was like, "What the hell?" It was real dark, and then you open it up, and you kind of see the crystals all inside and the nice purple with it. Really, really good, but it is heavy on that sativa strain. So I like it a lot, but I do recommend if you're like me and you get those headaches, don't smoke it a lot, because once you get that sativa headache, it's hard to get rid of that.
Or if you're like me, you'd be bouncing off the freaking walls. We would not be able to
we would not be able to accomplish any of this. So yeah, that's what we got, what we're smoking on. What do you got for events in the city today?
Events? There's
St. Patty's Day, right?
St. Patty's Day
on Thursday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
They're
tomorrow.
doing a pub crawl.
Yeah, they're doing a downtown pub crawl. So
and then
cool.
Something really cool that you told me about, they were probably going to be filming a video there tomorrow about a green beer going on.
Yeah, so down at Icebox, they do Aaron's Green Light Beer, and it's to benefit the MD Anderson, the Cancer Center. That one hits really, really home to me and my fiance's family, and their good friend Erin was lost for cancer, and so that goes to benefit her and goes not to her but to the MD Anderson Center for Cancer Research and
that's
all
awesome.
that good stuff. So that's really cool. So that's
stop
on St.
by and
Patty's Day.
support that for
So
sure.
stop by Icebox, go check them out, and donate to a good cause because that's pretty cool what they're doing out in the city. What do you got for news for us?
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
There is no news. Since Speakeasy hasn't been in the news for
I was just gonna say we haven't really
give it 2
hit
more
any
months.
highlights.
We're always a news cycle somewhere. Actually, a really cool thing. A bunch of the senators are meeting from across the United States to try to figure out what the cannabis banking industry is going to do and how we can get that more accessible, legal, and stuff like that. So
that's kind of huge, right?
I think it's really big because that's the biggest problem right now.
I think that's one of the biggest things going into these cannabis ventures is where they're going to put all their money. And, there's not really any banks taking anything because it is federally illegal. And the banks that are taking it, they're charging like 22% like per deposit or like something outlandish. Like
it's crazy.
So there's like no options out there. So if they can get that whole pan situation figured out, and figure out how they can take everybody's money. I mean, I think it's stupid, right? Like
it's federally illegal, so they can't take it because the FDIC won't insure it.
Sure.
But the problem is, even though it's federally illegal, we're still paying federal taxes, but we can't put the money in a federal bank.
Right.
But they still want their tax dollars from it.
Right.
So
it's crazy.
It's super weird. Hopefully it gets figured out. There's some great resources here in New Mexico for cannabis banking if you're getting involved in the industry. Hit them up. It's going to throw you off because it's not normal banking what you're used to. So they're going to tell you, hey, when you make a deposit, you're going to pay us 6% on those deposits. You're going to be like, oh, no. And they're going to be like, oh, yes.
That's just what it is right now. You know what I mean?
It's just the way it is.
And there's not very many options out there. So figure out those options if you are in that retail side of things, or if you are on the producer side of things and you're looking to where you're going to put your money. There's some great options out there, and slide into the DMs and we can give you the list of the people that we have.
You have some great resources, and I saw you help a couple people out with that, so it's really good. Slide up in the DMs. It's always okay to ask for help or ask for a second opinion, especially when this is brand new.
Right. You need any consulting. We also do consulting for new businesses out there, so slide into those DMs and we can make sure you get squared away.
And then I wanted to ask you real quick, sorry, I thought I was going to talk about it earlier, the platform and where they can find the drops, because I've been taking screenshots and sending them to you on my phone. I'm like a little kid about this, like, hey, look, Mom, on the TV. But I've been sending you screenshots of
So shout out to ELC, Everything Las Cruces on Facebook. They are exclusive for our drops for our Speakeasy podcast. We drop them there first, as you guys have seen, and then we do revert back to our YouTube channel. So hit that notification, like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss a drop.
Ring that
bell. That's pretty cool. When we drop, we'll kind of do some behind the scenes stuff. We're talking about some stuff that we can't put on Facebook, like maybe some smoking sessions, or just talk about burning one. And
talk about different strains, actually showing you strains and what they look like, so you kind of know what to expect. So I'm super stoked to have
this. So when we start doing we talked about the mockumentary that we're shooting. There'll be some behind the scenes footage on that. That we'll be putting on the Speakeasy YouTube channel. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and turn on those notifications right on the bottom so you don't miss the drop. So thanks for reminding me about that. I appreciate that.
I just get excited because, like I said, I've been taking screenshots and be like, hey, look what came up in my suggested. You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
We've been dropping. So I think episode 6 is on the YouTube channel. We're getting ready to upload episode 7. So we wait about a week and then we'll upload the next one. So next week we'll upload this one, episode 8.
And behind the scenes of the new mockumentary of the Speakeasy. That's
gonna be super cool.
Bloopers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of them.
And we'll be on set, so there's always crazy stuff that happens when we're on set and
we're in the house.
We're in the house. Some outlandish shit goes on, and we get told all the time we need to have people recording this, just because like some of the shit that goes down. We've
recorded a lot.
We have recorded a lot. So I wanted to talk about like edibles a little bit, like the pros and cons. You know, for like starting the basics. Like if you're new out there and you don't know what to take when you do edibles or how much to start with, I just wanted to talk about like the basics and then what happens like when you take too much. And I think me and you both have had a couple tough times within ourselves that we've taken too much. So let's start at the top. Let's go back to the top.
It's crazy how a little bear can possibly steal your soul.
Oh yeah, and once your soul is taken from an edible, you'll never be the same. It changes your life. So as a newcomer coming on the game, and say for me, you know, I have taken edibles, but say I haven't taken edibles, I'm new. All I've done was smoke with how I medicate. How would you start me off with edibles?
Well, edibles, a lot of people like them because the health benefits of cannabis, we look at smoking cannabis, that's not really the best way to take in medicine, just depending on your body because of carcinogens and smoking.
Right. And some people that we've seen through this can't smoke, and that's why they take their edibles.
Yeah, right? Edibles or go straight to vaping or dabs, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, we stay
So a lot of cancer patients take edibles. The other good thing about edibles is it helps with appetite. It's one of the best. People say they get munchies from smoking, but appetite, full body, so relieving full body pain.
Yeah.
So not so much a head high. And then they say that, well, it's 2022 now, so you can get your exact dosage down right, so you can eat a 10 milligram edible or a 25 or a...
So say I'm new, how low should I start?
Definitely, I would say you start off with a 10.
Yeah. So I'm about 200 pounds, 5'9", that kind of, you know.
And you smoke regularly?
I smoke regularly, so I have a higher tolerance, but it's a different, right? So my tolerance when I smoke is different from when I ingest it, when I eat it, right?
Yeah.
So normally, you know, big smoker would be like, oh, I can take a 100 milligram edible, right? Because that's the tolerance behind it, but it's not like that. You take too much and you hit downhill real quick.
You can buckle up because it can go south.
So you would recommend you start with about like a 10 milligram dose and you kind of go from there?
Yeah, I would always say start from there and then give it time because you're ingesting it, so you're not going to get it immediately in your bloodstream like you would be smoking. Yeah. It's going to take about 30 minutes to an hour, sometimes longer, depending on your metabolism.
We've got a story about that.
Yeah, to kick in. The other big thing why it does that for you, because big smokers would be like, oh, I ate an edible, and then they're like, whoa.
Sure.
Your body processes it different. So when you're smoking, it's just THC.
Right.
As soon as you ingest it, it becomes 11-hydroxy THC.
Okay.
Which is 3 to 4 times more potent than regular THC.
Okay.
So if you're
and then it affects a certain organ, right? So it processes through your liver?
It goes through your liver. THC still absorbs into your fat cells as well. So yeah, if you start off at a 10 to 25, for a normal person, I know the edible size that we've been together doing this for a long time, you know what I mean? But a 10 to 25, I wouldn't say ever go higher than that if you're just getting started with an edible.
Okay. So we'll do story time. Story time.
Yeah, with edibles.
So, and to kind of segue into what can happen if it goes south. So I'll give you the story and then tell me how I could have helped the situation and not, you know what I mean? So
this is cool.
We get some edibles in. I think they were about 25 milligrams. They were like a gummy bear or something. And we got them in, you know, early in the morning at about 10 a.m. So I ate a couple. I think it was about 25 milligrams. So I ate a couple. And, you know, they're a wonderful flavor. I think they're the horchata flavor when we got those. And I ate a couple, and we had some meetings going on, didn't feel nothing. Lunch came around, it's a couple hours later. I ate 2 more. We're going about the day, nothing happened.
Now you're at 100, right?
Yeah, now we're at 100 milligrams. Right. Nothing, I'm feeling nothing. I'm like, man.
Now you got 4 plates up.
Yeah, these are weak, right? And come on, I smoke way more and I get a quicker head change. And so my fiance gets off of work, it's about 5 p.m. Check out these new gummies we got. Ate 2 more, nothing. She ate a couple,
6
and
plates
then
up.
we went and visited her dad, gave him a couple. I ate a couple there, and you know, we got back home, and so I'm starting to cook dinner, and I'm munching, and all of a sudden I'm getting the sweats. like my heart rate starts racing. Like I don't know where I'm at. Like
I know where this story's going. I love this story.
I go and sit down, right? And she's asking me like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I don't know. You gotta finish dinner. Like I can't cook. Like I cook like second nature.
Yeah.
And like I'm sitting there contemplating life. Like literally, like my heart's beating out of my chest. I'm sweating. I'm not gonna make it. Take me to the hospital.
You're walking right?
Right. Like I'm freaking out. And so I know this happens a lot to people. They eat too much, and then say they're like me. They didn't notice it throughout the day, but for whatever reason, their body didn't process it until they started eating. Right? Because I think that's what happened. I started eating and picking at, making dinner, and my body started working. My metabolism started working.
That's exactly what started happening.
And then it all hit me at the same time. Right? So what happens when you get into that situation? We'll continue the story in a bit. So I'm there. What should I have done? Oh yeah, strap in, hold on, and
buckle up. You definitely just want to buckle up. No, actually, in that situation, first thing, take a shower, splash some water on your face.
Okay, check.
Check.
Yeah, we do those.
Next, it's gonna sound crazy. Sugar, like Snickers bar.
Almost like a diabetic crash, like you like.
Yeah, absolutely. So the sugar will start firing up your body again. So a Snickers.
And again, we're not doctors. It's just
bro science. Bro science 101.
Yeah.
It works though. It works.
Yeah, we've been there. Now I know.
Yeah, try this bro science out. It 100% Wisetail works. Snickers, drink a soda.
Okay.
Shout out to Coke.
Yeah. So
for sure, like literally, it does work. Liquid sugar, you'll feel like it will snap you just right back out of it.
Yeah.
You're still gonna be intoxicated. You're still gonna be high.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you're not gonna be. What's gonna happen?
Oh yeah, it was intense. And so I did none of that. I did no sugar because I didn't know. Did take a shower. I just went and laid down. I fell asleep, and I was fine the next morning. Woke up and everything was great, right?
Yeah.
So, but if I would have known the sugar thing or like the Coke thing in between, I think it would have saved me.
And even when you
saved dinner.
Most of all, it would have saved that dinner.
That dinner was shot.
But if you get up too high, don't again, this is bro science. Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna go eat 1,000 milligrams, see if this Coke thing works. Don't do that. Don't do that because
just in case shit happens. Just in case shit.
Yeah, if you eat 1,000, again, just strap in because a Coke's not going to save you at that point. Edibles.
Yeah, edibles can
be crazy. But we were talking about earlier how an edible can steal your soul, number one. But saying that since you're a smoker, what you can do or whatever, or how much you can take. I was in Cali, I was in San Diego, and edibles had barely just started really becoming popular and hitting the scene. And I've been smoking just like I've smoked up, smoked cigars too. I haven't been, but that whole line came up and everything, and they had what's called, they don't even make them anymore. If you can find them, get a hold of them in California. They're really good. They're called Death Stars.
Oh.
And it's a little gummy, like it looks like a gusher. And they told me, they're like, hey, take it easy on this. And I was like, come on, dude, you know who you're talking to.
It's like 100 milligrams, right? In that little.
It was 500.
500.
That was a 500 milligram Death Star. And I was like, it's a little gummy. What is this gonna do? Yeah. So I ate it, and everybody's all, ooh. And as soon as everybody did that, I was like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? Nothing, didn't kick in. I was like, see, I told you guys. Took a couple more rips, just smoking, and all of a sudden, it was
lights out.
Over. Like it started closing in like this.
It's real dark quick.
It's real dark.
Quick.
Real scary, real quick. I started getting anxiety like I was on a roller coaster.
Yeah, that anxiety peaks is no joke. Yeah.
I've never been on a roller coaster my whole life. I'm afraid of them. This was one I was on. I sat down. I got real angry, started sweating.
Yeah.
And then I stood up and I literally exorcist projectile all over. Everywhere. Freaking everywhere.
Oh no.
Had to have my homie drive me home. On the way home, I'm sitting in the back, and I had a long sleeve on, a Chargers jersey, a white tee, and clothes, right? By the time I got home, I was in my boxers because I did all the way home, just throwing up in my clothes and then throwing them out the window.
And so then that's what they call...
Not throw them out the window, throw them in a paper bag.
So that's what they call greened out, right?
Greened out, yeah, I totally greened out. It just faded to black and it was a wrap.
Shut her down. So in that situation, when you hit that much and you're that far gone and you're throwing up, would a Coke save you in that situation?
On that 500 milligrams, probably. It would have helped out. I probably wouldn't have thrown up.
So you got to get the Coke in you, obviously, before you throw up.
Yeah.
So immediately somebody should have had a Coke for you as soon as you took that.
Yeah.
Like as a homie.
Or I just, next time it's going to be a jackass. And
yeah, 500 milligrams.
But if you do, and don't dose your friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
don't dose your friends. It's not funny.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but don't do it. It's not
don't.
Right.
Don't. You might get punched in the eye.
Yeah. Edibles are crazy, but it's really the most popular trend right now is edibles. So to all the recreational facilities that are going to be opening, we looked at some graphs and it was crazy. It's like 38% of sales is edibles. So people are going to more healthier ways of ingesting your cannabis, but when you do,
just be careful.
Warning label.
Yeah.
Can get intense.
Watch those dosages. Take them in smaller increments and
work up to it.
Yeah, give yourself some time. Give your body some time to process it. Don't do like I did and almost eat them on an empty stomach. Snack and then eat them. Snack, eat them because the way your body's gonna process it is it'll hit in smaller increments that way, right?
Yeah.
And if anything, moral of the story, if anything does get a little hairy or that roller coaster ride gets too much, drink you a soda pop, eat you a Snickers, some candy, some chocolate, and
we responded to each other for 2 hours, I think,
I think that instance I had messaged you for like almost an hour and a half straight gifts.
It was the funniest.
Like that dog sitting there and he's like, the cat licking the wall in the psychedelic colors. Like, I didn't respond with words. You were like, you all right? You good? I'm like, no, dude.
And there was at one point, because you're concerned.
Yeah.
But you're sending me these hilarious gifts, so I'm laughing. But I'm concerned. I was like, hey, man, are you all right? Here comes the cat. And then the last one was, no.
I'm not all right. Contemplating
I called your fiance. I was like, he's all right. He'll be all right.
He'll be all right. He's going to sleep it off. He'll be fine in the morning. He'll be at the gym.
Can of corn, Diet Coke.
Yeah, can of corn, Diet Coke. Hit the gym in the morning. Take your pre-workout. You'll be all right. So, moral of the story. Drink a Coke. Eat a Snicker bar. And you'll be all right. So, I just wanted to end it on vibing high again. I don't preach it enough or I preach it too much the way you want to look at it. But vibe high because we need more people vibing high out there. Everybody's getting down. I think last week you hit me up. Or it was this week. It was early this week. I wasn't feeling good. And I was going through my stomach issues and going through that whole roller coaster. And you hit me with the vibe high. And I straight told you, I don't want to hear it today.
I'm not
hearing it.
He's like, you're making my eye twitch.
Straight making my eye twitch. Like I was getting mad.
It was like he wasn't feeling good. He was going through it. Stress, anxiety. We're 16 days away. All that stuff. And then this big Care Bear came in the room and was like, hey.
Vibing high.
And
I'm like, just eye twitching. I'm hearing them and I'm like, is this how everybody thinks when I'm telling them to vibe high and they're having a shitty day? Yes. It's exactly how you feel. But
it worked.
It worked. He snapped me out of it. He got me, you're right. I can't be feeling fucking, excuse my French, sorry for myself. Let's bounce back. Let's get out of this. Let's figure out what we need to do. And you snapped me out of it. So even when you're feeling low at those times when you don't want to hear it, you don't want to hear people telling you to vibe high, that's when you need to vibe high. That's when you need to figure out a way to get out of that slump and get over that edge because that's going to carry you on to better times, and
absolutely
keep you out of that rut, keep you out of that, out of that low vibrational state. And, it sucks sometimes you don't want to hear it. You're just sick or just going through it. Try to figure out a way to get out of it because that's what it's all about is getting out of it and overcoming that and being better and thinking better and healing your mind a little bit better. So, Vibe High Las Cruces, Vibe High World. And, that's episode 8, right?
8.
So thank you guys. Have a good one. Peace out.